Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here, welcome back to another counter-side video. Now I'm sure you guys are aware that we haven't had any Awaken characters or Awaken units being released in a while. So a lot of you guys have asked me, hey, which one is coming next? And if I have to give my prediction, I'm guessing it's either going to be Awaken JOO SHIYOON or Awaken Horizon. Now, probably Awaken JOO SHIYOON coming first is going to make a lot more sense because we are due in terms of the episode 7. It makes sense if we are following the order of the story, and I think Zilong basically follows the order of the story before releasing the characters, which is why Awaken Horizon will only make sense once the current counter pass ends, and then maybe it will come alongside with the regular Horizon in the counter pass. As you can see, we still have 22 days for Choi Ji-hoon right here, right, as you can see. So with that being said, hopefully making this video will help you guys decide better on which character I think is better for a lot of players out there. So hopefully we'll give you guys much more better perspective in terms of if you're trying to pull only one, which one can you pull for? Obviously if you can get both, that would be, you know, that would be ideal, but I think most players, maybe free to play, you might not have enough black tickets. So let's jump into it. Now we're gonna talk about their kits, their entire role in terms of PvP and PvE, so that you guys get a better idea. So just to keep you guys in mind that Awaken JOO SHIYOON and Awaken Horizon are both Striker 6-cost units. Alright, so they are both Awaken Striker, they are both 6-cost units. The only difference between them is one being a counter, aka Awaken JOO SHIYOON, while Awaken Horizon is going to be a mech, right? So if you guys are worried, okay, Awaken Horizon is a mech, therefore I might skip her because I don't have like a mech ship or whatever. Don't worry, in fact Awaken Horizon is going to be quite good in PvE, better than E1 for sure. Alright, let's talk about the kits, starting off with Awaken JOO SHIYOON first, hopefully give you guys an idea. So basically, this guy has AoE damage in front, alright, on the basic attack, valid hits of 2, very good skill right there. So for the passive skill, every 4th crit attack casts a buff, during which incoming basic attack trigger AoE counter attacks that first target enemies in the rear. Alright, this is very good in terms of trying to aim enemies at the back, and counter attacks pause crit count for 4 seconds, nullify debuffs for the same duration. Now as you can see, Awaken JOO SHIYOON right here, his entire kit relies on counter attacking the enemies. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you guys are aware with the regular JOO SHIYOON as well. So counter attacks will always inflict true damage. If you are wondering what true damage is, it's basically it negates how much defense you have, how much evasion you have, and it just goes through and deal a fixed amount of damage. Alright, sealing target skills for 4 seconds, doesn't include boss sadly. Now this is for the passive skill. Now for the special skill, ignores damage from hit stun caused by attacks other than ultimate skills, and inflicts AoE damage in front. Stuns targets for 2 seconds. Now this skill decreases JOO SHIYOON's skill haste by 50% for 6 seconds when cast, but also casts perfect evasion on him for the same duration. This is technically, it sounds really broken, right? Because perfect evasion, if you guys are not aware, Awaken Yumina has the same thing, right? So people are scared of Mina right now because she has perfect evasion and she's so hard to kill. But this does get countered by a lot of enemies or characters that can remove buffs, namely E1. E1 has the ability to remove buffs, so in KR server, E1 just straight up counters JOO SHIYOON to a lot of extent, but E1 has been permanently banned so far in PvP, so I'm not sure if that's going to be a big deal at all. Alright, so as you can see, damage does increase proportionally, and at level 5, skill cooldown minus 6 seconds upon passive counter attacks, which this definitely helps. Moving on into the ultimate skill, you can see swings the sword, follows his heart, inflict AoE damage, cast perfect evasion for 12 seconds when cast, which again is pretty crazy, but keep in mind again this can be removed. Alright, skill cooldown minus 6 seconds upon passive counter attacks. So the more passive counter attack he can, inflict or can unleash, the better it is for his special and his ultimate skill. So a lot of times, one of the things that a lot of KR players have done is they have given him HP and evasion sets just because he doesn't really need the CDR that much. Obviously he can still work with CDR, but because he has a lot of minus skill cooldown, it's better to make him tankier in PvP. Alright, so now let's talk about Awaken Horizon and give you guys a better idea what she can do in comparison, right? Now Awaken Horizon, as you can see, this is what makes her really strong. Both the basic attack and the passive skill is insane. Alright, fires pulse guns. Every 4 basic attacks, she will cast an enhanced attack using her sword that deals AoE damage. So apparently this AoE damage inflicts 3 valid hits as opposed to the basic 1 valid hit, right? Which is why most players would opt to give her attack speed so that she attacks faster and she can activate this particular, 4th basic attack, enhanced attack more regularly. Oh my god, look at this enhanced attack. Okay, that is pretty crazy. The enhanced attack does a lot. What the heck? The ship just gets destroyed. What the heck? So as you can see in her passive skill, each sword attack deals 30% of the target's current HP as bonus damage except for bosses. In Gauntlet, the attack deals 5% of target's current HP instead. Now this 30% of the target's current HP, this is insane. Alright, in PvE, this is just massive damage. She just chunks away enemies' HP and it just goes down like crazy. In a lot of Shadow Hall, Shadow Palace, if you're struggling in those stages, she definitely helps a lot for sure. Alright, and you can see gains 3 seconds of damage immunity after the passive is activated. Now this is something that I believe Awakened Horizon did get this buff later on. She was kind of weak at first, but after this particular buff, she just gets so much more what you call this tankiness in terms of survivability, right? So she's having this damage immunity and it just makes her harder to kill. And keep in mind, she's also one of the few flying units out there. Despite being a flying unit, she can hit both ground and air. Whereas SHIYOON can only hit ground, but I think the latest buff to SHIYOON's kits basically enables his ultimate to hit the air as well, but not the regular attacks. So let's have a look at Radiant Dash. Special skill for Awakened Horizon, inflicts AoE damage with a sword and then move backward, ignores the cooldown and cast the skill again if the target is more than 6 meters away. Alright, this is pretty cool. If the target is far away, she can cast the skill again. Like, how is this not insane, right? So gains 30% range damage resistance for 10 seconds after casting this particular skill. Last but not least, the ultimate skill. Alright, so combine both her swords to unleash powerful slash, gain 20% attack speed, and casting the skill buff removed after her death. So she basically have this insane ability that can enable her to gain 20% attack speed. Alright, after she died, meaning that if you redeploy her again, you will need to activate the ultimate skill all over again. By level 5, skill deals true damage instead. Gain immunity to debuff for 10 seconds after casting the skill. Now as you can see, Awakened Horizon's kits is just designed in terms of doing fast, rapid slashes at the enemy, while Awakened JOO is more towards the counter side of things. Now it really depends on the playstyle. Awakened Horizon is apparently very good in PvE. They are both decently good in PvE, but from what I gather, Awakened Horizon is slightly better in PvE than Awakened JOO, because a lot of things that Awakened JOO has in terms of the ceiling target from the passive skill, those things doesn't work on bosses. Whereas the attack speed of Awakened Horizon buffing herself will always be there regardless of who you're fighting. Whether you're fighting bosses, whether you're fighting minions, this is like very good skills to have all together. So if you're pulling for PvE, I would say Awakened Horizon is going to be a slightly better pick. Not by much. I'm not saying that Awakened JOO is weak. They are both really strong. But Awakened Horizon just tops it out for me in terms of her ability to deal enhanced attack. And this one basically helps a lot. Alright, if you guys are not familiar in PvE, because most enemies always have, insane amount of HP. So this one, where she can deal 30% of the target's current HP, this one does a lot. So if you guys are struggling right here, I know most of us are struggling insanely hard in the new latest challenge stages, right? The Steely Ruins, Traces of Resistance, and Where Nightmares Prevail. Apparently Awakened Horizon can help you right here. I still haven't been able to beat this one yet, but 1-3 and 1-4, Awakened Horizon just breezes through this. So if you want to try to be able to do the challenge stage better, Awakened Horizon definitely helps a ton. Now again, just to reiterate, this is by no means saying that Awakened JOO is weak. Awakened JOO is really strong. He's going to be the counter attack monster, and I doubt he's going to fall off the meta anytime soon. But it's just that in the KR PvP scene right now, if we are talking about PvP, Awaken Horizon seems to be slightly feared and slightly favored to be banned compared to Awaken JOO. So take it with what you will. Obviously, PvP is going to be a little bit different. All the rearm characters that came out recently are going to be very strong as well. My advice is, if you're playing on C server, maybe try to plan pulling for units based upon PvE. It's going to be less taxing and it's going to be far better for your wallet. So yeah, if I have to pick one, I'm going to pick Awaken Horizon because slightly better in PvE. Again, even if you don't want her, you want to go for Awaken JOO, I don't think you're missing out on much, to be honest. So yeah, this is my thoughts after analyzing both their kits and everything. Let me know what you guys think. As well, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear it from you guys. As always, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.